All right, let's break down Prepared Heroes Fire Blanket Funnel. This is a multi-million-dollar per month offer running on Facebook mostly, and I believe they also have YouTube and native and other channels, but I believe they mainly grew on Facebook. They use spokespeople like firemen, fire chiefs, fire sergeants, and they also sell other products where they have police officers and other experts like that. Much cheaper to hire these types of experts than a doctor or a medical specialist. So if you're running some kind of physical product that's not related to health, this could be a great option for you. For if you're running chargers or power banks, you can get an electrician, etc. So this is their landing page here. I'm going to go through this all in a second. They have a custom checkout where they have bundle selection options and order bumps. And I have their script for their ad. I've also included the link to the actual ad, so you can open it. It's on Foreplay. It's a 2-minute ad, a little mini VSL running on Facebook. I also have the link to their ads library, their landing page, and their checkout. So let's start with the VSL script. So here's what firefighters need you to know. And just keep in mind that all of their hooks are some very intense videos of like fires exploding. So okay, so their hooks are usually very relevant because it's the problem itself and it's so engaging. This also is the case for their other products like their security cameras and etc. They can show clips of breaking and entering and stuff like that. So the hook lends itself very well to the VSL because the product lends itself very well to attractive and engaging videos. So let's go back to the script. Here's what firefighters need you to know. A house fire occurs every 87 seconds in this country. So we're starting with kind of an informational lead and building up the problem and bringing it to the top of mind to make the viewer engaged and want to take action. And we do that by getting them to take the problem very seriously. Because if we don't mention it and overtly agitate it, then it's going to be very low in their subconscious and they're not going to take action on something that's not top of mind. So we bring it top of mind and we start it with some credibility by having a firefighter saying what firefighters need you to know. A house fire occurs every 87 seconds. They start small and can be stopped from turning into a disaster if you catch them quickly. So it's hinting that there's some kind of a solution here. Okay, so let me just outline kind of the elements that they have. So they have the hook here. And then not necessarily agitating the problem, but highlighting the problem. And that's how they bring it top of mind in a brand-friendly way without really overtly agitating it so much and leaning so much on negative emotion and fear, but more so just excitement and engagement in the hook and then information and then hinting at a solution here. So they open this loop for the solution, saying that they all start small, and if you catch them quickly, you can turn them into other ways. If you do this one thing, you can catch them quickly. That's another effective way to do an open loop. The unfortunate fact is that many of us have extinguishers that we don't maintain or can't figure out. So discounts, alternative or common solutions. So right in the first thing, after they mentioned the risk of the house fires and how you could stop them, your first thought may be, okay, I have a fire extinguisher. But then they immediately discard that by saying we don't maintain them and we can't figure out how to use them before the fire gets out of control, or we depend on methods that are unsafe or unreliable. And then we have product intro with authority figure. All right, so you'll notice this is a common trend in e-commerce mini VSLs is that they introduce the product through either a story demonstrating their credibility or an authority figure. So in this case, we have a fire sergeant, Matthew King Sr., and that lends a lot of authority to the product because it's, in this niche, that's like the cream of the crop. So for a health product, that would be a doctor, etc. For a financial product, it would be a financial manager or wealth manager. I'll show you a product that I and many other firefighters are stoked about. So he's recommending this product with his full authority behind it and other firefighters. It gives you everything you need to stop a fire early. And that's kind of the big idea. This product gives you everything you need to stop a fire early. So we built up some fear. We told them that your common solutions don't work. So we're leaving them hanging here. We're saying you could stop the fire early, but not how you think. And then we finally we're about to close that loop by saying, this thing that I'm stoked about, it's everything you need to stop a fire early. It's the answer to the tension that was created earlier in the VSL. It's fast, easy to use. It works every time, and almost anyone can use it safely and with confidence. So just building up the product, giving benefits of it, And now the product is officially introduced, the emergency fire blanket from Prepared Hero. Okay, so the product is introduced. And now immediately we get into selling the product. It has over 3,000 5-star reviews, became a national sensation when it was launched. I think the transcription here was inaccurate, but we launched and the assembly discovered the fire in this special. To be honest, I have no idea what this is supposed to mean. This is, I think they mistranscribed this. The special fiberglass material suffocates it in seconds. So what are we doing here? Social proof plus solution mechanism. So if this was a longer VSL, again, this is only 2 minutes, very brand friendly, and it goes to a landing page where it explains a lot more in depth about how to use it. It's very product focused. Everything here is very product focused because the problem is so top of mind and it's so easy to accept, right? Especially with a hook like the one they showed with that big fire exploding. That's what all of their hooks look like. So the problem is very clear. It doesn't need too much explanation, although I guess they could have gone a little bit more in depth on the problem mechanism, like how these fires start, the common ways that people aren't expecting them. But in this case, they dive straight into the product. All they do in the lead is tell you that it's a real problem, right? It happens every 87 seconds. There is a way to solve it, but it's not what you're used to. It's not an extinguisher. It's not other methods. So it's opening that loop, and then we introduce the product very quickly. I believe we're just about halfway through the VSL. They've already introduced the product. The grueling task of spending hours huddled around a table trying to figure out a fire safety plan for your family, it's over. So no more what you don't want to do. So in the case of weight loss, it'd be no more, sitting around with an overpaid nutritionist making a, grueling food plan that you don't even want to stick to. This blanket just works, and it's effective against grease, wood, and electrical, and many other types of fires. Okay, so it's kind of qualifying it for all cases. So it's taking away that objection. You can hang it on a wall for easy. So it's just taking away objections here. So we introduced the product. We told them the solution mechanism. We beefed it up. We gave them the benefits, and now they're going to have some objections. So they don't have to do this whole complicated plan. It's effective against all types of fires. You can hang it on the wall for easy deployment. And so now we bring the problem back around. Now in a slightly different angle, and we're talking about the financial cost of it. So it costs tons of money and property damage. How many of us have that just laying around? You can enjoy the peace of mind that comes with being able to protect your home. So now we're talking about the emotional benefits. So here we're talking about the functional benefits. You could stop the fire. It works for every type of fire. It's easy to deploy, etc. Now we get into emotional benefits. And the real life outcome is that you don't have to have that anxiety and that fear. So you're going to dissipate those negative emotions that you have to live with worrying about a fire. And the ingenious part is that it works for almost anyone in the family. So more objection handling, elderly to trained youngsters. If you can cover the fire, you can kill it. And the money is reusable. I believe this is supposed to say, and the blanket is reusable or something like that. Because it is reusable. That's one of their main benefits. So not only does it save lives, but not only does it save property, it also saves money. And for a limited time only, so now they're going to get to the offer. And they do a discount, AOV incentivizing. I think that's correct. Bundles incentivizing. So it's a very simple close. Usually these VSLs tend to have especially a 2-minute VSL that's very product focused with a very in-depth landing page talking about the product. They don't do too much closing here. So look what they do. For a limited time, so you got some urgency there. They're offering it at 51% on the bundle packs. We'll go into the bundles in just a second. So you can protect your loved ones with this essential. So protect your loved ones, protect those you love. That's kind of an emotional, hard-hitting promise. Don't gamble your family's safety on sketchy methods. Another emotional one. It's unpredictable and can be catastrophic. Some fear. And then just a simple CTA. Click the link below for availability and protect your loved ones today with the emergency fire blanket. So a very simple CTA. Again, let's just review it because this is important. It's short, but it packs a punch. Scarcity, urgency with the limited time. Boost, a reason to act now. You get a discount on the bundle packs. And then we have emotional, reason to buy, fear, reason to buy, avoiding fear, and another fear one here. So they're not just using technical closes of this is what the discounts you get. They're also bringing the emotion back. They're bringing it because they know that if you don't bring in emotion, there will be much less action. There needs to be emotion, a change in emotional state in order to create action. Okay. So in this case, they're bringing up protect your family, don't gamble their safety. Fire can be catastrophic. So they're bringing up these emotions of fear and kind of tension, and then they're offering you the release of tension through the CTA. Okay. So that's the simple VSL. I've outlined the main copy elements that they're using here. It's very formulaic. It's a simple structure. It's a similar structure to what they use in all of their VSLs, and it's similar to the typical e-commerce VSL structure. So now let's look at the landing page. This is where the VSL leads. Safely eliminate fire fast. This is their big selling point. This is their big promise, their whole big idea. This is the center point, the axis of all their marketing. Eliminate fire fast, safely. And you toss it over the fire, it's that easy. So that's kind of the mechanism of how it works. So this is the big promise, and this is how that promise is delivered to you, aka the mechanism. Rapidly extinguish small fires, no mess, introducing our easy-to-use blanket. And then it just goes through the benefits. Some testimonials, product demonstration, very, very cool. Can very clearly and engagingly demonstrate how to use the product. He opens up the blanket, throws it on, and that's it. And showing, the alternative solution and why it's not as good. So a very great way to demonstrate the functionality of your product. Why do firefighters love them? So the social proof and kind of bringing in more informational stuff and agitating the problem again. Again, bringing it top of mind to create that tension so that the viewer has to act. In this case, the action is to buy now to get rid of that tension. So more social proof, money back guarantee, and FAQs. Okay, so very simple. It kind of handles all your objections, gives you everything you need to know. It's a relatively simple product, and it beefs up the offer with social proof, with authority figures, and with a product demonstration. So look at their CTA, get up to 50% off, 51% off emergency fire blanket. And then their sticky button is bundle deals. And then again, so they're incentivizing you to take action. They're not just saying add to cart, right? In a typical old school e-commerce store, the button would just say add to cart. In this case, they're giving you a reason, right? It's all about the viewer. So what does the viewer get for clicking this button? They get up to 51% off. So they're getting a discount. And this takes us to the checkout page. So they have a little bit of direct response of selling. So they have multiple images, some bullets on the main image, just the key points, and then the main selling points. It's easy to use. It suffocates the fire in seconds. It's very simple. And they've pre-selected the 4. So it's $20 each. So you're getting, 30% off. And then they do free shipping on everything over 2 units. That's how they incentivize as well. Most popular. So the total price you're paying here is $81. So if they had pre-selected the 1, you're paying $36. Well, you're paying $30 plus shipping and handling. And then they have auto-checked shipping protection for $2. Interesting. That definitely boosts the profit. It's just a little bit aggressive, but no problem. They know what they're doing. Then we have the 4, again, the pre-selected one. So now your AOV is going to be much higher by having this pre-selected. And it stays yellow. I like that. So it's very much incentivizing 4+. And then you have this order bump option. It's actually, I was surprised that it's so cheap. It's only $5, but I mean, it's just a piece of steel. It's probably cost less than $1 to make and maybe $1 to ship. So this is just with these 2 things. So they have this is $7 in revenue added per order and like 80% profit. So that's a significant amount of profit added to the bottom line. And then they have a very nice branded custom checkout with their colors. And then they have some social proof, restating the guarantee. And again, they have some kind of benefit on the button. So it's not just complete purchase with the arrow, which actually does improve conversion rate quite a bit. It also has your emphasizing the guarantee. And then FAQs. So a simple custom checkout. And again, this funnel is scaling on Facebook. It has been for a long time, very profitably. They do a lot of testing on their ads. They have very engaging hooks of fires, and they sell other products as well. But for this case, I wanted to focus on this one because I believe this is their most profitable product by far. All right, so this is the Prepared Hero Fire Blanket. Again, I'm going to include this link in the description where you can access everything we went over today. And you can use this. This is a very good funnel to copy and to model if you're doing a product-focused marketing if you're doing product focused marketing. So that means it has less of the main selling point is not exactly the mechanism, it's the function of the product. So I think for gadgets, this is a very, very good template to follow in order to market gadgets through direct response and through Facebook. You have the structure of the VSL here that you can copy, and then the landing page and the checkout page. They often do advertorials. They certainly did a lot in the past. And I think maybe now they're doing less, or maybe just this ad. They happen to not send to an advertorial, but instead to more of an informational landing page. Yes, informational landing page. All right. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments, and see ya. Have a good day.